All right, this is our very first Black Friday sale we've ever done. If you don't know what we offer, PlumbingBid Pro is a software for residential plumbing business owners. I myself have been running a plumbing business for 12 years. I've been plumbing since 2004. The reason we made this software was because we were spending way too much time on quotes. So me personally, I'd be doing it with a sticky pad, notes, maybe a Word document. I'd be writing things down, trying to figure out my materials, my labor, everything, trying to put it all together, and it would take me hours. My first one I ever did was probably 12 to 16 hours. It was a $70,000 job, big, huge custom house. I'd never done one on my own, done lots of work. I knew what it took to do the job, but to actually put one of these quotes together, it can be very daunting and difficult, especially when you're first starting out. But even if you're a seasoned vet, you've been doing it for 10, 15 years, you're probably still spending at least, 1 to 2 hours, maybe even 3 or 4 on one quote. I can get quotes done in less than about 10 to 15 minutes. If you're first starting out, it might take you 20 the first couple you do, but it's still a huge time saver. Doing just one quote will pay for the whole thing on its own. So as long as you're doing one of these a month, it is paid for. After that, you're just saving yourself a shit ton of time and money. So I'm going to get into the offer of what we're going to give you, and then I'm going to show you how it works quickly. The PlumbingBid Pro Black Friday sale offer is you're going to get a 60-day free trial. We've never offered this before. It's usually just a 7-day trial. Then you jump right into the $150 a month. So you're getting an onboarding and support from 2 actual plumbers. Clayton and I have been plumbing since 2004. So if you have questions about quoting or the software or anything like that, you just ask us and we're happy to help you. So it's not just another software built by software developers or somebody else that doesn't actually understand the industry. So not only do you get your 60-day trial, you get your onboarding for free. Most softwares will charge you for an onboarding. We are going to be charging for onboarding in the new year here. So this is your last chance to get in this software without paying for the onboarding and unlimited support from us when you need it. So the other thing that we're going to be throwing in is a bi-weekly network meeting. So anybody that's in the PlumbingBid Pro software, if you've purchased it and you're paying monthly, we will be doing every second week. We'll be doing Zoom calls essentially where everybody in the software can jump in, and it's not just us talking about the software. We can talk about the software if people have questions about it, but the primary focus will be to essentially have a networking of guys, a bunch of plumbing business owners helping each other out, asking each other questions. We can chat about what people are charging and make sure that we're all kind of on the same page, so we're not playing a race to the bottom like the rest of the industries out there. Let's try to make this work for everybody. All right, with all of those other things, we're going to be doing one more awesome thing that nobody else is really doing: unlimited users. So most softwares, whether it's ServiceTitan, Jobber, you pay for how many users you have. So if you have like 1 to 5 employees, you pay X amount of dollars. You have 5 to 10, you pay X amount of dollars. We are giving you unlimited sub accounts. Your employees will be able to make manual material lists on site. You'll be able to do your quotes anywhere as long as you have an internet connection. It's all web-based, nothing to download. You can send things directly from the software. All right, so let's just recap of what you're going to get here. You're going to get your 60-day free trial. You're going to get your free onboarding, your unlimited users and sub accounts, and then we're doing the bi-weekly business calls. So now that you know what you're going to get, I want to show you exactly how this software works. I'm just going to do a quick mock-up quote and give you an idea of how it works and how fast you can actually build a quote and how you can make manual material lists and how it makes from the job itself. It'll do a description for you and it'll make material lists right for you. Let's just jump right into this. All right, so this is the dashboard. It gives you a nice kind of analytic breakdown. We're going to be always updating this and making it better. Right now it's super basic, just gives you total revenue and some other metrics here. And then down here there are some tutorial videos. We always recommend watching these videos before contacting us and doing the onboarding, because there's some of this stuff that teaches you how to do everything, and then that way our onboarding can go a lot smoother. So you watch these videos and then you book your onboarding with us. You come in here, you can do your email integrations. I teach how to do all that stuff, but I'm gonna do a quick mock-up of a quote here. So if you click add, and let's just do a new construction quote. So I'm gonna do 1234 Bake Street. That's my favorite address to use on this. And then you can pick and choose from your house sizes, non-gut renovations. Some of these stuff won't actually be on your account. This is just a demo account. So let's say it's a big custom house. We're gonna build a nice big job here. Bob the builder. Material markup is just whatever you can get away with your market, depending on where you are. We always say minimum 30% is pretty average. I'm gonna do 35 on this one. 2-man labor rate, I'm gonna go with 220. This is essentially just what it takes for 2 guys to do the job. And then you're just going through and you're looking at a set of blueprints and you're picking your sections first. So I got groundworks, and as soon as I pick anything to do with drainage, it automatically does my water lines and my finishing for me. So that saves you a little bit of time. I'm just gonna go through here and pick all of my sections quickly. All right, now that I've picked all my sections, I like to personally organize them how I would do the work. So I'm going to go with my drainage first. So I got groundworks, main floor, second floor drainage, and my water lines, and then gas, hot water tank, recirc line. We're going to throw one in there just to have it. Finishing, I'm going to do my groundworks first. I'm going to look at my set of blueprints, and there's a 3-piece bathroom. This, I'm just making one up. I'm not actually looking at a set of blueprints here, but let's say you got your blueprints sent to you by your contractor or your client. You're just literally looking at the blueprints and plugging in information. You're going to have a 4-inch main drain. We always like to run it right to the mechanical room, so that's kind of what that is. Floor drain in every house. We'll say there's a bar sink. Radon we have to do where we are in Calgary. Storm sump. Miscellaneous materials is just gonna be like your glue, screws, strapping. In this case, we have a mainline back water valve for where we are. We put them in. Condensate drain. I like to do 2, one for the furnace, one for the hot water tank, and I do them underground off the P-trap. So that's what this is. It's the vertical portion of the P-trap underground. We put a 3 by 1.5 inch double TY. One of the 1.5 inch pipes will go over to where the hot water tank is, stub up. The other one goes over to the furnace, and what that is, so you don't have to have your 3/4 inch PVC pipes running along the floor. We just don't like the look of that. So that's what that is if you're wondering. Pretty much it for a groundworks. We come to main floor drainage. We're going to do a powder room, which is a 2-piece. We'll do a kitchen sink with a cheater vent. If we have an island sink, we are allowed to use cheater vents. If you are not, just do it with vent. Miscellaneous materials, again, glue and screw and strappings. Prep sink for the kitchen. Come in here and we're going to do second floor drainage. We're going to do a 3-piece, a 5-piece, laundry sink, washer dryer, miscellaneous and indirect drain. This is for the laundry room. Go back to the mechanical room, or you can tie it right into the drain. You just have to vent it. It's going to be it for your drainage for the second floor. And the beautiful thing about this is anything that's attached to drainage is going to automatically do your water lines and your finishing for you. So this is a huge time saver already. I come in here, all I got to do is pick my hose bibs. Maybe on this house there's 3 hose bibs, and then we've got a fridge line, maybe a rough in for irrigation, and then a water softener. We have super hard water where we're from in Calgary. Gas, we're going to do barbecue, furnace, miscellaneous materials. Maybe there's a fireplace on the main floor, and then a hot water tank. Maybe there's 2 furnaces. Maybe it's a nice big house. It was pretty big. There's going to be 2 furnaces there, and then hot water tank. We're going to go with 2 tanklesses too, because 1 tankless sometimes can't be enough. And then recirc lines. Finishing, the same thing with finishing. Anything that's attached to drainage, it's going to automatically do your finishing for you. So all I got to do is click my fridge line. We don't do dishwashers. We get the appliance guys to do that. So that's pretty much it. I've done the entire quote in a matter of minutes, and I click view. I come down here and it's got a full number here. Got a breakdown of my labor hours, my total labor cost of materials, material markup, materials with markup. It gives you a full breakdown, everything of each section and task and totals for each thing. So you can kind of review it. And if you don't like it, there's ways to customize it and change it to your business as much as you possibly want. But this thing gets you like at least 80 to 90% there, already done for you. It's all just mine and Clayton's brains that have built this. No AI, nothing like that. It's just 100% 2 plumbers that made this software for plumbers. It also makes material lists. It makes a material list right here for this job. So if you land this job and you're like, oh, okay, I'm ready to order my groundworks material, you can go like this, put your address in there, and say you wanted to get just the groundworks materials delivered. You click save, and then you go to my lists, and boom, it's created a material list for you for the groundwork. And you have this for every section. You can do them separately, send them all at once, whatever. You can get this delivered to site. Once you've gone in here and you've adjusted your quantities, and maybe you want to add a couple extra things, you've got these tags here. You can make material lists as much as you want. Click save, and then you come over here and you can email this directly to your supplier, get it delivered to site. This is just going to come directly from your email once you set up your email in the account. But going back to the quotes, the other thing that it does is it creates a description. Instead of having to type out a manual description every time you do a quote, you copy this to clipboard, and you can change this and customize this to whatever you want. But essentially, it's just a full description of what the job is going to be. You have a description. It automatically does that for you. It makes a material list. It gives you a full breakdown of the quote. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that it does. Manual material lists right here, just that same spot. You come in here, I can create a manual material list. Like I said, you have unlimited user accounts because of our Black Friday sale. You can make as many user accounts for your employees so they can be on site on their phones. Instead of manually writing things on a 2x4 pad of paper, whatever they're using, they can come in here, they can add their materials, whether it's finishing, and they have all these tags up here that they can pick their stuff, put their quantities in right here, put your address in. Same way you're setting the other one, you just put an address in, and then you can email it directly to your supplier that way and have it ready for pickup or get it delivered to site. That is what we do personally. All right, so that's just a quick rundown of the software. This is Plumbing Bid Pro, again, made by plumbers for plumbers. This is a one-time sale, Black Friday. We will not be making this deal ever again. So this 60-day trial, the free onboarding, the free users, the bi-weekly networking, I mean, those are always going to be included, but that's just a bonus right now. We're just starting that out. We haven't actually started them yet. So you're going to be the first one to actually be a part of that portion of the networking business thing. But this deal will be gone. Once Black Friday is gone, this deal's gone forever. So if this is interesting to you, if you do residential plumbing quotes, I promise you this can save you time. Even if you just have a bunch of employees and you want to use it for the material list function, it's worth the $150 a month right now, right? So just click the link below this video and get your 60-day trial, and I can't wait to see you in there.